If you think all birds' nests are just boring piles of twigs and grasses, think again. These birds take nest building to the next level. Some weave, some glue, some even sew. Let's get into 8 birds with seriously unique nesting styles. First, let's talk about the Asian golden weaver. These guys are basically the architects of the bird world. The males do all the heavy lifting, literally weaving bottle-shaped nests out of cattail leaves and grasses. They even hang them from reeds over water like some kind of birdie penthouse. These birds are nearly threatened due to habitat loss, so if you happen to be in Southeast Asia, keep your eyes out for these cute weavers. You really can't miss them with their bright yellow feathers and black face mask. Next, we have the ruby-throated hummingbird. This tiny little bird has huge crafting skills. Hummingbirds build these delicate little cups using soft plant fibers and spider webs. Yes, they actually use a spider silk. It's stretchy so the nest can expand as the babies grow. The spider silk helps hold the entire nest together. The mom works hard building the nest and collects spider silk by sticking it all over her beak and breast. They're like nature's little recyclers. Have you ever heard of the sociable weaver? They're native to southern Africa, and they're known for their large communal nests, often built in acacia trees. These nests kind of look like haystacks stuck in trees or on a utility pole. One of these super nests can have hundreds of birds with separate rooms and even temperature zones. It's like a high-rise condo for birds. If you look at the nest from the bottom up, you can see entrances to all different chambers. There can be 5 to 100 nesting chambers in a single nest. They build these nests out of different materials for different purposes. They use large twigs for the roof and even put sharp spikes of straw to protect the entrance tunnels from predators. Then, they line the nest with very soft materials like fur, cotton, and soft leaves that they forage. Truly incredible. How about the horned coot? Did you know this bird lives high up in the Andes and builds floating islands made of rocks and pebbles? Not twigs, rocks. It carries the stones in its beak and stacks them in shallow lakes to keep the nest safe from predators. They'll mix the pebbles with plant material to make a very solid nest. Pretty hardcore for a water bird. How about the Montezuma oropendola? These birds built long hanging nests that look like socks dangling from high branches. The nests are made of vines and plant fibers, and the nest can be up to 6 feet long. They live in a large colony, so it looks like a whole bunch of ornaments hanging from the same tree. I bet you didn't know that there's a bird that builds a nest inside of a cactus. Meet the cactus wren. Cactus wrens live in the desert in the southwest of the U.S. They build their nest right inside cacti. Yes, you heard that right. Inside of a spiny cacti. It's a solid defense strategy. No one wants to mess with a cactus full of spikes to grab an egg. How about the African jacana, another bird with a unique nest? These birds build floating nests on lily pads or clusters of aquatic vegetation. But here's the catch. They're not very good at it. The nest will often sink, and when it does sink, the male will just build another one or carry the eggs to a new spot, all while balancing on those ridiculously long toes that they use to walk on water plants. And last but not least, barn swallows and their mud nests. Barn swallows use mud, yep, actual mud, to build the cup-shaped nests. They're usually plastered onto walls, beams, or under eaves. If you've ever walked around a barn or overpass and spotted a little mud cup stuck up high, that's them. They mix the mud with grasses to hold everything together like bird cement. Okay, so that's 8 birds with totally unique nests. Drop us a line in the comments and tell us about any other unique nesting birds that you've seen. We'd love to learn about more cool birds with their unique nesting habits.